I analyzed more than 6,000 transcripts of online gamers communicating about a particular Star Wars game. More than 2/3 of all messages in that context were socio-emotional in nature, and positive socio-emotional for that matter. It appears that gamers were exchanging a lot of support, agreement messages along with jokes. It was also true that less than 1/3 of all messages were also task-oriented in nature, meaning that players were also asking questions and giving information, opinions, and commands about what should be done while playing the game. This particular Star Wars game was rife with social interactions, particularly positive social interactions. In addition to this, we analyzed some of the predictions of SIP theory. Remember that SIP theory makes the prediction that over time people can get more experience at expressing social content online. In support of that expectation, we found that more experienced online gamers in this Star Wars online game tended to be more positively socio-emotional when exchanging text messages, and also that they were less likely to express negative social information when communicating online, particularly in comparison to less experienced players that were more likely to be negative and less likely to be positive when exchanging social and emotional messages online. Finally, we also observed much incongruence with the expectations of SIP theory. Remember, SIP theory makes this prediction that over time people can learn to encode relational communication online in video games or when using text messages. In support of that notion, we found that more experienced online gamers tended to use more conventions, like for example emoticons, emotes, and abbreviations in their text messages when playing this online Star Wars game. I just talked about forming new relationships in online games. I will now talk about interpersonal communication happening in the context of organized groups or stable game clans. One way to visualize the idea of stable groups or clans is to think of online games as if they were third places. According to Steinqueller and Williams in 2006, third places refer to spaces that afford informal sociability. In this metaphor, online games may be similar to pubs or coffee shops or sports leagues and other social hangouts. Third places have several characteristics, like for example, individuals are free to come and go. They are free to log in the game and leave whenever they want. Third places allow people to be free from outside pecking orders. In this sense, game skill may matter more in context in comparison to social roles, rank, or social status. Also, conversation is the main activity of third places, and these third spaces are designed to be accessible and accommodate large numbers of players. The same way as a bar can accommodate large numbers of people, MMOs can also accommodate a large number of gamers. In bars, as in online video games, there might be regulars or patrons that come more often in comparison to others to the same spot. Video games also attract regular visitors. Games may offer a familiar and stable location where players can see each other, like for example having a virtual house or owning a virtual castle or virtual land in which other players can come in and join. Interpersonal dynamics in stable groups or clans include the formation of trust. Developing trust in online groups is important. For example, trust towards EverQuest 2 guild members was higher than perceived trust towards others in the game, according to a study done by Rattan et al. In 2010. This implies that persistent game identities and in-game reputation can increase trust. In addition to this, self-disclosure was linked to increased trust in online games, implying that personal dialogue in EverQuest 2 fostered trust in close-knit gamer clans. Trust was even higher among guild members that used voice chat instead of text messages. According to Rattan and Associates, voice chat may improve social experiences and team coordination, and perhaps because players could get along better and better coordinate the game, they also develop more trust.